It is 12 o'clock. We're gonna head over to Landers' place to do a little remote job for him. He's got a 91 Corvette. So we're gonna take some tools with us, load up a few things. We have intake manifold gasket, intake manifold fuel regulator that we gotta do. So let's go ahead and pack up and head on over that way. All right, Landers has most everything over there. I just got to grab some gear, some gloves, shut the shop down, and then hopefully it takes about an hour or two and get that done. So let's hit the road. All right, we are here. Lights are off, but that's okay. I brought a light with me. I think Landers is probably 20 to 30 minutes out. But here's the car we're working on. Let's see what we got here. Last week, no, I was actually here a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So I got most of the plenum off. Got all the gaskets. We got to redo the fuel regulator diaphragm. Oh, that's weird. And then replace a couple of vacuum hoses and install all new gaskets. So let me go ahead and get my tools out. I'll set the camera up and we'll time lapse the whole deal. We have new injectors that we're also going to do. So see those there. When I was out here 2 weeks ago, I went ahead and plugged up where the injector ports go. Got all the fuel rail removed. Removed the old fuel injectors. I think Landers had already started taking off spark plugs. We have our diaphragm here. And we have our gasket kit there. So first thing we need to do is, I think Landers already has a tool ready for me, is remove these T10 safety securities. And I think he's already actually broke them all loose from when he called me yesterday and told me that. So I'll go ahead and get these off and replace the gasket there. Pop this off, and yeah, that's not good. We have the radiator, sorry, the radiator, looks like a radiator plug. The diaphragm, get it to focus there. The diaphragm is kind of rusted and fallen apart, and it is all right there. So we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up. We need to blow air into these passages so that we can get all of that debris out of there. What we hate to do is go put these new injectors, new regulator diaphragm in there, and then, all that junk is still in there, and then we clog up a new injector. So the setup is not fun to remove. So if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right, and we're gonna do it once. So let's see if I can get some, I think I know where this compressor is, but we'll get some air and just blow these out. So I walked around the whole shop looking for air. And I stood here and I'm like, well, I guess I don't know where the air is. I mean, I can see some air lines running that way, and then I kind of lose it. And I'm like, well, I guess I just have to wait for Landers. And as I'm standing here, I can hear a little whistling sound. I look to my left, and lo and behold, Landers has everything ready. I like that. So that makes it a whole lot easier. So let me go ahead and get some air in that fuel regulator line and get rocking and rolling. This is so funny. That's awesome, Landers. Thank you. All right, here's the new diaphragm, and here's the old one. We're gonna have to peel all this off, and then hopefully we have no damage or scaling inside of the housing itself, and it looks pretty bad. So let me get to taking this off. All right, so the top hat, this piece here, is actually stuck in there. So I already got the nipple out of it. I just gotta remove that lower piece. So I'm gonna sit here and try to work this out and hopefully not damage the outer housing. I got the edge to curl up, so hopefully I can grab that with some needle nose and just pull it out. All right, there it is right there. Now I gotta clean the inside of that, but at least we got it out. All right, this is the regulator going back on. Just be sure that you put the housing in the correct orientation where the vacuum port goes out into the intake plenum. All right, we have the fuel regulator back on. So what we're gonna do now is, I've already blown this off. Take the little towels that we put here and put the 8 injectors in, and then secure the fuel rail back down onto the intake manifold. And then once we do that, after that, we'll go on to doing the gaskets on the plenum. All right, we took the old gasket material off of the plenums as well as the throttle body, and then we're gonna install the new gaskets. And if you see, these have these little push pins that actually secure, you see these little holes right here? And they actually just kind of clip in there, like so, and that keeps it held in place. All right, as I put the plenum back on, working on the plenum here, Landers is gonna put the remaining spark plugs back in. Kind of tag teaming it here. We jump around, kind of share sides, and get all buttoned up. All right, we got the top side all buttoned up. All the plugs are in it. Plug wires are hooked up. So we're gonna go ahead and drain some of the remaining oil. They had already drained most of the oil out of it several weeks ago, but while we're here, we're gonna replace the oil filter and then just let the little bit of oil remaining in the pan come out and get the car down and see what happens. Hopefully we have fire in the hole.
No, I know nothing about this car.
Okay. Makes 2 of us. No juice. Dead battery?
I guess it's dead battery.
Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, the battery was dead on the car, so it would turn over, and I got to run back to the shop, so I couldn't hang around. He was gonna go get a battery and then come back and get it to hopefully run and start and run. So I told him just give me a call, let me know what happens. But it was a good, fun. Got about 3 hours in the car, so it was good. Hopefully he calls with good news. Hey, Landers.
It runs, but it smokes like...
But it smokes like crazy?
But it's right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right.